Hi guys, welcome back to Skincare Sunday. Dr. L here at Revital Med Spa. Today's topic is skin tone. This is the evenness of color throughout our skin. So healthy tone is one even color. This is the color of children, youthful skin. So how do we achieve an even tone? What do we need to do to maintain that tone, especially during summer with us going out more and getting more sun exposure? This is a super important topic for you guys that struggle with pigmentation or uneven tone. So let's talk a little bit about why, as we age, we notice that our tone becomes uneven. It's an aging process where our pigment producing cells, our melanocytes, are making color dysfunctionally. They're not making it in one even color when they receive UV light. They're making it in patches and spots and maybe even melasma, depending on what's going on. So there's certainly a dysfunction of color that makes us have uneven tone as the melanocytes age. So how do we combat this process? What do we do to make sure our tone remains even? And how do we clear an uneven tone in our skin? So the first place to start is UV light exposure. This is the place where you really want to hanker down, use your sunscreen, avoid as much UV light as possible to make sure that you don't offend that melanocyte and hit it with UV light so that it goes crazy and makes sun pigmentation or solar damage. The second step is to start managing the way that color is made in your skin. So the newly remastered Bright Alive from Zeo Skin Health is phenomenal. We have new ingredients that help modulate the way pigment is made in our skin. And it's going to be a way that really not only takes care of what has been created in terms of sun damage and helping clear it, but it's also going to modulate future pigmentation. So it's also a product that is not going to make you more sensitive to the sun, which is super important during the summertime. Another product that I've been using a lot as we're getting into more sun exposure is vitamin C, another mechanism of action to modulate the way our skin pigments during the summertime without making you sun sensitive to the sun. We still use retinols in the summer, but probably at lower doses and less frequently, especially if you're sun exposed. Now, if you are avoiding the sun, like a good person should, who cares about aging, you can use retinols and continue to use them. I tell my patients, if you're planning a sunny trip, even though you're going to use sun protection and hat wear and all of that, stop your retinol 3 days before so that you minimize sensitivity to the sun and we don't cause any burning or damage. Now let's talk a little bit about how when it comes to fall, we can be a lot more aggressive with clearing any of the pigmentation that you receive. Hopefully you won't receive much. So I tend to get a little bit more aggressive when it comes to removing pigment come fall time. So starting in September, I start to use a lot of hydroquinone or pigment control products to aggressively clear pigment. We can remove up to 90+% of your pigmentation in a course of months. Safely used, it's actually a great product. I also use a lot of Cispera, and especially in patients of color, is an antioxidant that's actually a pigment mask. Can be used during the summertime as well if you're dealing with uneven tone and you want to get started. Cispera is a great summertime even toned product that will help you safely clear pigmentation without making you more sensitive to the sun. So those are the tools that we have in our hand. It always comes down to decreasing damage and modulating as much as possible during the summertime your tone. That is all for Skincare Sunday and discussing even tone. If you guys are struggling with unevenness of color and it's really bothersome, happy to do a consultation and tailor not just skincare, but also treatments which can really accelerate the clearing of uneven tone, giving you that nice, flawless Photoshop finish. All right, take care, everybody. See you next time.